Hey guys, I'm Dr. Greg Van Vacaris, and I'm out here in Los Angeles. And I think one of the things you'd be interested to see is when I grew up, I'm the youngest of four boys. We grew up in Venice Beach, and so being the youngest and the lowest in the totem pole, you had to do a lot of things. One of them was you had to be very quick to run and get away from danger because my brothers were crazy. And I grew up on the beach, so I grew up surfing, and that was part of our life. Surfing, skateboarding. Back then, BMX was a big deal on bicycles, and skimboarding. And so sort of the California way was just health and fitness, and introduced at a really young age. And not by default, it was just a lifestyle that we didn't know anything different. So as I grew older, that sort of translated into lots of different sports and competition in sports. And so naturally for me, I wanted to go into some type of study in that way. So I went into exercise physiology. And I became an exercise physiologist, and I love health and wellness and teaching people about health and wellness. And I think just growing up around that, and the majority of my friends and colleagues are sort of around that as well. And it just sort of morphed into this idea, well, where can I go after this? I was a trainer for many years, taught a lot of rehab as well and prevention. And so I thought, well, how can I take this to the next level? So chiropractic seemed to be the best for me. Because again, it's teaching health and wellness and prevention. Everything's about prevention. So I became a chiropractor, and quite a while ago, 1997 now, so 25 years I've been a practicing doctor. And in my practice, I treat a lot of athletes, and being out here in Los Angeles, of course, we have a lot of entertainment, but the gamut from slip and falls to athletic injuries to just people who are in bad posture from sitting on a desk all day, writing or studying. And so, there's sort of a natural, sort of natural steps in my life to just keep going in that direction. And sooner or later, OsteoStrong came into my life, and was introduced to me. So like I've always done, because I have quite a scientific background, I did a lot of research on the company. I did a lot of research on what it means to have bone density issues. In fact, when I was younger, I did some television shows on osteoporosis and prevention. And some of the information we knew then was actually incorrect compared to what we know now, as far as the amount of stress we need on the bones to create osteogenesis or new bone growth, and how we can affect our bones. And so when I researched more and more about OsteoStrong, it just seemed like a no-brainer to me that why wouldn't I go in this direction? I've been health and wellness, and I take care of people all day long in the chiropractic realm. Here's another thing that's health and wellness and prevention is a big deal for our lifestyle. So it just seemed like a really natural transition for me to then become part of OsteoStrong family, open an OsteoStrong, and now I still have a clinic up the street. I still have a multidisciplinary chiropractic clinic down the street, so treat people there. And here we have this beautiful idea that I can also affect people on a large spectrum. So, one of the things that I love about life is trying to not live life for myself, but how can I live life to affect those outside of me? So, for example, in my life as a chiropractor, if a gentleman comes in with really bad back pain, now he can't go to work, his wife's worried about him, his kids are worried about him, he can't play with his kids. And so there's a ripple effect that happens when you take care or help people and you teach people. And so I found that once I started to learn more and more about OsteoStrong and come in this direction, it's the same thing. If you help somebody here, they have grandkids, they have families, it's prevention. People don't worry about them. They feel better about themselves. Their posture is better. They live life, their vitality, all these things change, which is just awesome. And so this is sort of how I got on this road, and that's sort of my journey to get here. I love it, and yeah.